The first time I uttered a prayer was in a glass-stained cathedral. I was kneeling long after the congregation was on its feet, dipped both hands into holy water, traced the Trinity across my chest, my tiny body drooping like a question mark all over the wooden pew. I asked Jesus to fix me. And when he did not answer, I befriended silence in the hopes that my sin would burn inside my mouth, would dissolve like sugar on tongue, but shame lingered as an aftertaste. And in an attempt to reintroduce me to sanctity, my mother told me of the miracle I was. Said I could grow up to be anything I want. I decided to be a boy. It was cute. I had snapped back, toothless grin, you street kid. Played hide and seek with what was left of my girl. I was it, the winner to a game the other kids couldn't play. I was the mystery of an anatomy, a question asked but not answered, tight-roping between awkward boy and apologetic girl. And when I turned 12, the boy phase wasn't deemed cute anymore. It was met by nostalgic aunts who missed seeing my legs in the shadow of her skirts, who always reminded me that my kind of attitude would never bring a husband home, that I exist for heterosexual marriage and childbearing. I swallowed their slurs along with their insults. Naturally, I did not come out of the closet. The kids at my school opened it without my permission, called me by a name I did not recognize, said lesbian, but I was more boy than girl, more Ken than Bobby. It had nothing to do with me hating my body. I love it enough to let it go. I treat it like a house, and when your house is falling apart, you do not evacuate. You make it pretty enough to house all your insides. You make it pretty enough to invite guests over. You make the floorboard strong enough to stand on. My mother fears that I've named myself after fading things. As she counts the echoes left behind by Maya Hall, Leela Alcon, Blake Brockington, she fears that I will die without a whisper, that I will turn into what a shame conversations at the bus stop because more transgender children are embracing oncoming traffic more than their parents. I wonder how much time before the suicide notes start to feel redundant. How fast we'll see that our bodies become lessons about sin way before we learn how to love them. Like God didn't save all this breath and mercy. Like my blood is not the wine that washed over Jesus' feet. My prayers are now getting stuck in my throat. Maybe I'm finally fixed. Or maybe I do not care. Or maybe God finally listened to my prayers.
Levantem suas altas, juradas. Vai, jurado. Temos um 10, um 10, um 9.9, um 9.9 e um 9.7.